Just received this pod in the mail today from Omar Soto in Texas. Thanks, mate. And this is obviously a very dark brown chocolatey pod. This is something that came off a plant that's supposed to be for a red 7-pot larva, and they are supposed to be extremely hot. I believe that cross is Trinidad Moruga Scorpion Blend and 7-pot Primo, I think. So you can see the size of this bloody thing. Almost as big as a golf ball, and quite honestly this scares the living daylights out of me. It's a great looking pod. Very brown Moruga-ish. Very pimply and bumpy and unpleasant looking, and some morons got to eat it. So let's get rid of the golf ball and let's hack it open and have a look inside. I'm sure it'll be absolutely covered in oil. And so the initial aroma is extremely strong. Very typical brown chocolate super hot type of smell. Smells very like a brown Moruga. And it just has this smell about it that makes you think that it's really going to hurt. There is quite a lot of oil in here. You can probably see it sparkling there, like in there on the placenta, and the placenta down at the bottom there, and on the other side. That's all oil. And there's some big gobs of oil just at the bottom, just over at the very bottom of the pod. So it's a hot smelling, oily looking chocolate super hot pod, my favourite. I'll put it down for a minute and have a deep breath. Hi, Nigel Carter here again, and I thought that all of the scary, nasty, mega hot pods were going to be later this year, and that I'd get a nice easing into not having had super hots for a while. And Omar Soto decided that that wasn't going to be the case. So I think you saw the bodacious pod that he sent me. That was quite hot, but I think this is another level altogether. This is what Omar just sent me. I'd like to say thanks, but I'd be lying. It's a pod, I think, that you saw in the preamble. This is actually from a 7-pot larva plant. 7-pot larva is Judy at Pepper Lover's creation, and I think selected people are growing it this year, but it still hasn't been released. And this is probably one of the reasons why it's not quite stable yet. However, they are reputed to be screaming hot. This one even smells hot. I'm actually really kind of nervous about this. It's a very big pod. It has that delightful chocolate super hot smell that makes you feel as though you just don't want to ever go anywhere near it again. And I'm trying to think of things to say to put this off for as long as possible, because yeah, I'm actually pretty scared of this. So this is the red 7-pot larva chocolate phenotype, and I suppose I better do it now, otherwise I'll be here till Christmas. So cheers. And it's very, very hot immediately. Very floral. Very, very floral. Not sweet. Not at all. more floral than anything. There's a little green undertone to it. It's very, very hot. No bitterness to it yet though. Oh, that's hot. Very neutral flavour actually. Not that much flavour to it, other than being a little floral and a little grassy. Holy crap. So it's gone straight to the back of my throat. It made me cough a lot. It feels like I've swallowed some lava. I feel it going, all the bolus going all the way down my stomach, into my stomach. And that's really starting to ramp up now. Oh. It's gone away from the back of my throat to a large extent now. It's mainly in my mouth, all on the top of my tongue. My lips are sore, feel swollen already. Drooling like an idiot. Just starting to cry. Yeah, that's hot. And it's still ramping up. It's mainly tongue now. Very little burn anywhere other than my tongue. My tongue feels like I've stuck it into a bowl of melting lava. It's so hot. No flavours left at all. Starting to get a big endorphin rush now. My hands are really starting to tingle a lot. And it's still going up. Very, very hot, very, very painful. Really shaking now. But I think it might be getting towards a peak. Oh, I'm really shaking hard. Very lightheaded. I'm starting to get the flavour back. Oh, my lips feel really swollen. I'm sweating like a pig. But my tears are not hot. I thought my tears would be really hot, and they're not. I think it's just about peaked. That really hurts. Yeah, definitely big endorphin rush now. Really starting to lose the feeling in my fingers. Yeah, it's definitely peaked now. Now it's just really painful. I've got this shivering, prickling sensation all the way up to my shoulders, in my feet, my legs a little. And now it's on the back of my throat. It's really starting to hurt the back of my throat big time. No hot tears though. I'm surprised. That's very, very hot. And it hurts as well. Oh, my head's buzzing. My nose, it's all numb. Tip of my nose is numb. My ears are buzzing like crazy. Very, very lightheaded. That's a huge endorphin rush. It's all the way up my feet, up to my knees, all the way up to my shoulders. I've got singing, ringing in my ears. Ears are buzzing like crazy. I'm prickling. My ears are prickling, my nose is numb. Prickling all the way across my cheeks. I'm just crying a lot and sweating a lot. It's definitely on the way down. Seems to be going down fairly quickly. Now it's more painful than really hot. It's just very prickly and very painful all around my mouth, in the back of my throat especially. Boy, I've got this huge ringing in my ears. Oh, definitely on the way down now though. Endorphin rush is still there. It's starting to subside a little bit. And now the taste is very very earthy, very deep, savoury flavour that you get from a lot of hot chocolate pods, hot brown ones. Slight undertaste of tobacco maybe. Very, very little in the way of fruitiness, if anything. Not sweet at all. I don't detect any sweetness. But it's gone down quicker than I could have hoped for. It's gone down fairly quickly. Now I feel like I've eaten a hot pod. It's not really very painful, it's not really very hot. It's above just warming, but the endorphins are just starting to calm down. My hands have stopped tingling, but I feel extremely lightheaded. I think I'm going to be able to sit down 10 or 15 minutes and contemplate the ceiling. Well, that was quite a ride. That's a hot pod. It's not the hottest pod I've ever eaten. It might come in the top 12 or so. Certainly in the top 15. Very, very hot. Very, very big endorphin rush. A very intense endorphin rush actually. I'm still crying and sweating, but it's more or less gone. I just feel really relaxed and chilled out now. So I think with this one we'll do a little bit of an aftermath report, so I'll see you in about 10 or 15 minutes. This is Nigel Carter saying thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, so I'm back again, and this is an aftermath report for the brown pod I just ate, and I'm pleased to say that there is really no aftermath. My stomach's fine. I spent about probably 10 or 15 minutes staring at the ceiling, but it wasn't as much of a high as I've had with other peppers, but it was definitely there. It's a good pepper. The flavour was very good for a brown pod, and if anything I'd liken it probably most to the brown moruga. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think it's very similar in effects to Judy's brown moruga, pepperlover.com. So that's it for me. Thanks very much to Omar for sending me such a great pod and scaring the bejesus out of me. And this is Nigel Carter saying thanks a lot for watching, and I'll be back soon with more idiocy. See you later.